Welcome back to the Split Rock Mining Company channel. I thought I'd do a layout update, show you what's been going on during the winter months. The first thing is my completed shadow box scene here at Skibo, milepost 28.6. This is where I put the Train Boss defect detector from Boulder Creek Engineering. We saw that in another video. I finished the scenery, put in a service road, and some background, and there's a little pond there. I'm going to add some ducks and some cranes in there. There's the guy, there's the Details West track details part I added in there, and a service guy out there fixing it. This is the trains enter and leave the scene. Now there's also an access panel over here that I'll show you here, and all the lettering I did on my Cricut machine. So here's the access panel. I have yet to paint that. I'll paint that a metallic color, look like the machine. And behind it is the Train Boss defect detector and the access panel. You'll get an LED display for all the items that go by. It's held on by magnets. I use these little super magnets that attach to the screws in the fascia. So I'll just have to finish that up and paint that up a metallic color. Maybe put some fake rivets on there. But this turned out really nice. And I'm happy with this scene for my little shadow box as the trains go up and down my no-licks. The second area I'm trying to work on is the upper level lighting. Here you can see on the arrival tracks that everything is in a shadow. Everything is dark there. And that's because I started out with these fluorescent garage lights. And I also had the valance. Here's the valance I removed laying on the floor. And the valance was too far in. It was right above the fascia. And so no light could reach the edge of the layout. And so all of these cars and everything there was in the dark. So here's the LED lights I have that I'm going to replace them with. These strip LED lights. They come in two different colors, two different warmths. I've got them already there. I've got power supplies. I've got dimmers. I just need the time to put them in, and maybe a little assistance putting the valance back up. And then the upper level will all be lit. This won't be as dark there, and they'll look like my lower level where everything is lit. Nothing is in the shadows. Everything is bright, and you can see it. So that is on my projects list to do and to finish up here in the next couple months. Another thing I did was create a clinic in Keynote, basically a PowerPoint presentation on rip tracks, showing my rip track. I showed the prototype, what they do, and how I emulated that for modeling and for operations. And this is for the NMRAX Thousand Lakes region, Twin Cities division. And so I wanted to add some more things to my rip track, and you can see the bins back there I added. And then I got these neat racks. These are from Mine Mount Models. Ron Kleiss designs these and makes these little laser kits. Painted them up. I had Greg Dahl make them for me, and then I added the structural shapes from various pieces of styrene, flat styrene, L's, I-beams. They really add to it. Then you can see that I wanted them in the rip track area because that's what the prototype does, is they need them to fabricate parts for fixing cars. And hopefully you'll check that out on one of the next NMRX live weekends. I finished two new power sets. Here's the Atlas C420, Atlas C425, the lone 425 on the roster, and another C420 that has yet to go through the dirt process. But that's a nice power set, and I'll show you the next one now. The other set of power is the C424s. All Atlas engines, Tsunami 2 decoders, Tsunami current keepers, Ehrenheim rotary beacons, all speed matched thanks to Creaky Chair Engineering. Heavily weathered for road service. They're giving the RS-32s a break. They might get pushed off into mine or yard service now. But they look and sound great. This has been a really cool addition to the Split Rock Mining Company, and you might be seeing these on the cover of a magazine coming up. not a print magazine, but it'll be a digital one. But I'll keep you posted on that news for this fall. The next thing working on is the office for the dock. And here I've got the platform built. I've got my Walters forklifts and other ones that'll be made into the trapper and the shaker machines. Trapper machines are the ones that open and close the doors on the ore cars that allow the ore to come out. And here's the office mock-up. There will be a manager's office in there, yard office, crew rooms, lunchroom, locker rooms. Put a garage door in to hold the trapper and shaker machines, little maintenance area. And they'll be in this office, and they can supervise the people working on the dock and look down the dock when the boats come in to make sure everything's being properly run and properly loaded, that the ore cars are getting situated in the right place. I'm going to work on the support structures here. That has yet to be designed, but it'll be fun. One of the projects I've been working on is a collaboration with other YouTube artists. And that's the movement of this car from the Split Rock Mining to an East Coast steel and foundry and bring back this load that you see on it. So created this little scene, and we're going to travel over multiple layouts, traveling from northern Minnesota to the East Coast Foundry empty and then back. So the load comes off. You can see I just got a couple of magnets hidden in there. And that's the load. It's a big cable load I got off eBay CMR products. Really makes it cool. I scratch built the latting for it. The car was built by Joe Binish from a lovely kit, and I painted and decaled and weathered it. The little guy on there won't be going on the trip. He's just for the scenes I'll be taking. But this will be a lot of fun. As Split Rock Mining Company number 90 travels. And you can see I got to check the current to the magnets. There it goes. So it'll hold on there. It won't roll off on anyone's layout. But I'm looking forward to the collaboration and creating that video hopefully this summer as that travels literally across the country. I also did work in photo etching, and I wrote this up as an article for the Thousand Lakes Region Fusey. I did photo etched phone booths and newspaper boxes. This was kind of interesting for me to work with a new medium and 3D, paint them up to look for a late 60s era, and inside you can actually see the phone. They give you that in a little shelf. Should probably find a phone book. But that looks good on the street, and with the couple of newspaper boxes, competing ones, the people can catch up on all the news before the internet was ever created. This last one isn't really a modeling project, but it's a modeling help. And what you see here is a new workbench. I built a old steel desk that the kids didn't want and put it in the lounge area. And I velcroed up a light above it and added some outlets. And now I can move my projects off the layout, as I was using the former dock area as my workbench. And now I can move projects off my layout and keep the layout just for running trains. And I can work on things away from damaging any of the details that I add. A couple of non-layout things I've been working on involve the Twin Cities division of the NMRA. I stepped up and volunteered to be the editor for the newsletter, our Crossing Gate. It comes out 4 times a year, and it's free online. We're trying to create some nice modeling content. I also helped create a new podcast called The Crossing Gate as well. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, and Buzzsprout, and these other ones. Give it a listen as we talk about model railroading subjects that might interest you. Heck, we might even talk to you sometime. I'd like to do a couple of shout-outs to some really neat channels. First one is Crossed Anchors Railroads. Brian and Mike put out a great product, great content, wonderful live shows where you get to join in the chat. I suggest you subscribe and follow them and find them going live next time. The other one is Humanity Junction. Heath puts out a great show and great content. Live shows all the time, I think Mondays and Fridays, and great chat. Check them out for some great modeling fun.